Alright, Chapter 1, Organizational Structural Duties Inspection, Part A, Organizational Structurals and Duties. Government Indian Ministry Railways Indian Railway Track Machine Manual. Second edition, September 2019. Alright, Chapter 1, Organizational Structural Duties Inspection, Part A, Organizational Structure of the Duty, Track Machine Organizational Role, Track Machine Organizational of the Zonal Railway will be custodian on track machines will be responsible for making the machines available as proof of the deployment. Program A, with the requisite staff with efficient working of the machines. Each zone have at least one zonal maintenance depot. Each division shall have at least one satellite depot with the overhauling, repair, maintenance machine. Track machine organization maintain machine good condition. Periodic schedule maintenance machine shall draw down out of the division. Should be devised in some advance for the IOH and POH. Should be catered for as shown in annual deployment program protege. Schedule maintenance activities should be combined with the breakdown repairs whenever possible instead of the ideal machine exclusive of the activity. Track machine organization. Monitor output of the machine's quality performance with respect for the blocks. Keep the track machine organizational staff of the development and official with the staff of the technically sound, professionally component with a medical fit as safety conscious. All efforts shall be made with the impart necessary training with the technical as well as GNSSR, road learning, etc. and timely effectively before giving the machine ready for the block. Working with after daily schedule of the machine should be checked with the per stipulation of the Office of Equipment Management. Operation Equipment Maintenance Manual and RDSO instructions ensure the trouble-free working. 6. Immediately after the major scheduled repair of the machine, with the performance of the machine shall closely align with the first few block, with the event with the breakdown of the machine block, with the immediate action should be taken with the rectify with the defect. In this case, not possible to rectify with the defect with the block. With the effort should be made with the clearly blockless section as per possible to avoid attention with the trains. Efforts should be made to rush spares, staff with the other assistance to site with the immediate repair of the machine. Division should provide necessary assistance like transport and spares, welding equipment, gas cutting equipment, manpower, etc. and assist with expediting the repair of the object to reduce downtime to the minimum. In case of necessary, bring the machine to the satellite depot of the division. Should be the entry of the expeditious movement to and from the depot, and decisions on whether the machine has brought to the depot for the repair shall be taken by the DYCETM line, considering relevant factors. 10. The track machine shall be worked with a divisionalized system of the working with the division, managing all day-to-day affairs, including fixation of the roster, minor repairs, arrangement, consumable staff matters, ensuring suitable working condition. Track machine safety. There may be the various among the zonal railways. He shall be the with the track machine organizer utilize the IT base of the application improve the management information. Track machines modules from the same shall be provided with the TMS with the aim from the paperless working function organization function. Track machine organization. The track machine organization shall be under overall charge of chief engineer track maintenance Chief Engineer Track Machines of the Zonal Railway. Track Machine Organization shall be responsible for the following factors: manpowering, including training, development, the planning, deployment of the track machines, operation, monitoring of the track machines, repair and maintenance of track machine. 2. Organizational Zone Railway Headquarters. The Chief Engineer Track Maintenance, Chief Engineer Track Machines shall be assisted with one more Deputy Chief of the Engineers of the Headquarters. Deputy Chief Engineer of the Track Maintenance Headquarters. The headquarters are responsible for the deployment of machines in finalization with the AMC plan, with the procurement, with the spare, with the consumable, the coordination for the division, etc. has been ensured to be assisted with the AX and working with the headquarters off of the headquarters control. Field Organizational Zonal Railway. The Deputy Chief Engineer of the track machines line posted for the zonal maintenance depot shall be responsible for the operation maintenance of the machines, equipped with the emergency repair of the procurement. He shall ensure for the deployment of the staff and initiate the proposal for the AMC, as well as the procurement and repair of the consumable, the maintenance shop of the zone for the zonal maintenance depot and satellite depot. The division with also under the control shall be assisted with by the AXEN track machine depot for zonal maintenance depots, and AXEN track machine line with the satellite depots mining with the machines in field, but it has also 24/7 control setup of the zone maintenance depot office. The AXEM track machine depot shall be assisted with the SSEJY track machine department, One of the SSE TM department shall be nominated with the deputy in charge of the SSE and Technical Training Machine Division. In turn, shall be assisted with the SSE JE TMD as the MCM track machine maintainers and machine assistants. Alright, the line will be assisted with SSD, should be charged with the satellite depot, with the satellite depot field. Fleet designated machines assisted with the SSE JTTM SSD, SSE JE track machines, working on track machines with the MMC, the TA track machine maintainers, machine assistants, SSE JE track machine satellite depot. Can also be made within and in charge of fleet with the designated machines will be assisted with the SSE JE check machines, working on the track machines MMCM TM machine assistants. Early machines move the manned one or more with the SSE JETM as per with the charge stick with one of the machine in charge assist the other the SSE JETM MCM TEM MM machine assistants. Central Periodic Overhauling Workshop. Your Central Periodic Overhauling Workshop will set up the Indian Railways carrying out the periodic overhaul of the track machines. This will include the function of the chief engineer of the track machine of the respective railway, or deputy chief engineer of the track machine of the Central Periodic Overhauling Workshop shall be charged with the Central Periodic Overhauling Workshop and animal responsible for the periodic overhauling of the machines he assisted by XEN, AXEN track machines of the Central Periodic Overhauling with the SSE track machines, Central Periodic Overhauling Workshop of the track machine maintainers and machines assistants. 103 duties of the executive and assistant executive engineer and track machine line. Generally, he should be responsible for the operation maintenance involved with the track of the machines and trouble to perform all following duties. Inspection maintenance involved with the machines and ensure that he is being with a satisfactory, efficient, and effective working condition for that he is sure to ensure that he be able to tools and gadgets for the inspection of the machine. B. Ensure the adherence for the stipulated machine schedules. C. Ensure the availability of the necessary staff for the consumables, spare for the fast wearing component of the unit, replacement, assembly, etc. For operation optimum utilization of the machine, ensure the achievement and stipulated with the targets with respect with both the quantity and the quality of the output. Breakdown repairs should be organized by him to ensure that the ideal time of the machine is minimum. Initiate proposal over the plan of the major schedule to ensure the execution submit completion of the report with all such work has share for the personally supervised important schedule with the major repairs. Ensure coordination of other units of engineering department as well with those of the other departments necessary. Verification store over the head of the field units once a year. Has ensure scraps, obsolete stores returned to the zonal depot and disposed of. Ensure maintenance various records of the submission various returns printed into the machines of field units. Satellite depot of the division will be under the control of the SSE JETM track machine satellite depot installation. Training probationers, assistant and executive engineers shall take the interest in training probationers sent to him. See that the training is given in a specified program and should periodically examine the notes made of them. Staff managers to ensure that the strict discipline maintained with the framework of the rules for the leave of the record maintained correctly, up to date with the will, ensure with the sample, the check for the appeal with the representation, deal with the promptly welfare of the staff locked after, assistant with the DAYE assistant chief engineer with the track maintenance machine line, selection various scale with the semi-skilled post of the same and then held in the time of the post of the promptly filled up. The SSSG and JE, others working other process necessary with the medical competence for the other certification received with the route learning and the proper training with the maintenance practice for the safety protection line, and ensure the adoption of staff with the operation maintenance practice with the check with the availability function with the safety device to provide with the machines to ship proper operation service agreement and enforce console machine with the staff with immediate action to be taken in case of failure. 2. Observance of the rules and regulations. You shall ensure the observance of the rule regulation procedure for the lay down with the manual of the GNS, of the rule with the RIPW manual with the engine code with the other departmental code with the extent and order circulars issued from the time to time. You shall ensure the staff with the possess of the codes of the manual with the acquainted with the relevant rules, operation made with the procedures, stipulations connected with the duties and their perform duties accordingly. 3. Inspect with the higher officer shall be accompanied with the higher officer during the inspection inspection following with the record should be made available by him during the inspection. History of the book of the machine engine with the major units, assembly, failure, registers, progress, bar charts, analyst, unit cost statement, and maintenance schedule, register, inspection of the higher officers, compliance, report, operational maintenance instruction machine issued by Office of Equipment Management, Road, or DSO, program deployment of the machine with the track machine manual and the GS rules, record training given with the supervisor comments with certificates for road learning and medical trade and certificate scale position for critical spares and consumables, inspection checklist, maintenance schedule, instruction issued by Office of Equipment Management, RDSO, Chief Senior Executive Engineer, and Chain Machine of the Satellite Deployment Industry. Your Senior Section Engineer of the Track Machine of the Satellite Depot installation shall be responsible for satisfactory operation, maintenance, productivity of machines for the use under his charge, quality of the work performed. He inspect with the machines under his charge and peer lay the schedule for the taking of remedial action whenever required with the responsible time to submit the report inspection to his next higher authority. He shall be able to work, operate with the machines under the charge of the will be needed. Shall be possession with a valid competency certificate, road learning, medical certificate. He has to ensure that the Senior Section Engineer of the JE track manual machines work under him in a depot island with the track machines competent with the certificate, road learning, and medical certificate, etc. He shall be well acquainted with the workings of the operation, instruction, maintenance schedule for the investigation, oil and lubricant to be used with critical components, etc. for the machine under the charge. He shall have thorough knowledge of the manual supplied with the manufacturer of the machine with associated instruction with the issued by the RDSO. He shall have thorough knowledge of the rules, regulations, procedure with the concern with the working work over the due with the lay down with the manual with the GSR, roof with the RP, WPM, engineering code of the department and codes existing orders or circulars issued from time to time. He shall have the guide and the staff of the working under the faultless operation, efficient maintenance for proactive protecting of the machine, and his overall charge with the etiquette for the rules and regulations, ensure that the shall perform the duty efficiently. He shall have the possession up to date with copies of the rule for the book of the documents and manual pertaining to the safety of the issue with the troubleshooting working over the machine, also for the other code of the book applicable to the need for the day-to-day working. He shall maintain with the record of the depot pertaining to the machines under this chart submitted with the prescribed return regularly. He should periodically verify with the physical condition, quantity of the stock and charge and arrangement to submit periodic returns of requisitions, tools and plans, spares, consumables of the store of the carry-out verification, all store of the including spares held by him, and assist stock verification by stock verifiers and ensure the compliance with the account, audited reports, etc. He should ensure the discipline of staff working under him in the framework of the rules, endeavor to keep them morally high, lock after for the welfare. He should ensure the proper handling, overtaking over the charge when the transfer change with the portfolio success. Fact that he shall plan and ensure for the timely execution maintenance schedules of the machine when specified time. He shall keep abreast of the various methods of the technique with the reconditioning of the components available to test with the spare with the zonal maintenance department efficient with the recommission of the machine with the due with the breakdown, serving the technical assistance with the higher authorities in development activities with important substitution digestion activities. He shall investigate major failure of the machine, critical of the corrective of the action, remedial measure for the also fixing, responsible in case of the failure of the current with due to the lapse of the staff of the shall determine the first information reports, determine the breakdowns, inspect with the machine with the take of the action with expeditious repairs, 11 shall be the conservation with the provision of various service agreement of contracts, organized visit service engineering schedule with the breakdown effect with the utilization expertise filed up with the accident service report observation. Form part of the duties of the service senior engineer track maintenance satellite depot is available in addition with the SSE TM SDI institution depending on the machine with the unit attached with the satellite depot. He will carry out all the duties of the senior service engineer of the track machines satellite depot installation for fleet machines assigned to him except for the related service shall follow the instruction senior senior engineer track maintenance track machines satellite depot installation for the improved effective utilization machine of such of the duties assigned to him. Duties of the satellite senior service engineer with the GE, junior engineer with the track machine working on the machines. Each machine shall be worked with the direct with the senior service engineer or junior engineer track machine during the movement of working on the track machine shall be in possession of the valid competency certificate, road learning, medical fitness certificate, working with the machine shall perform the following duties. 1. Operate the machine following with the instruction issued with the RDSO OEM, include Calculation input with the data required. Carry out with the pre-block maintenance facility. Input schedule for the other maintenance schedule for the working machine fit working. Give the machine ready memo. As a senior service engineer and the junior engineer in the permanent way or station master. Ensure proper function with all the system components with the keep it in line for the other control with the indicator engaged. Initial setting out with the block monitor working. Closing the work of the machine, taking precautions, design mode, operation flowing and lifting, etc. In case of the tamp of the machine deploying the MCM and the track maintenance machine and then machine assistance respectively place machines monitoring the work through the various system maintenance activities during the block of the track, the attention of the senior engineer, junior engineer, track machine, working operating cabin, assisting him with the malfunction machine, with the obstruction of the track, ensure the safety of the staff with the working around the machine, participate in IOH and POH activities period machines as required. System of the senior service engineer, junior engineer of the train machine, intro of the machine, all expert of the machining, work and maintenance of the work competency. Right, 107, the duties of the senior service engineer, junior engineer, machine in charge. One for the senior service senior engineer, junior engineer, track machine on the machine with the nominee with the machine in charge. In addition to this normal work detailed with the paragraph 106 above, these shall be responsible for the following functions, which will be assisted and by all staff posted on the machine. 1. Carry out prescribed schedule of the maintenance, keep proper records of the same. Safe custody, accountable replacement with the spare tool plants, consumable to issue of the machine, return with the release and spare zone with the department, depots, reclamation, condemnation. 3. Keep the system machines working condition, ensure the target of the APA, duly maintain quality. And 4. Maintain logbooks, other records, send daily other periodical report statements for the appropriate fastest mode of the communication. 5. Liaison with the divisional official with the engine control with the efficient working with the machine, coordinate with the permanent way staff with the planning, the daily program, machine work, interacting with the permanent way staff for the working with the working design mode with the slowing, lifting with the track, etc. 6. Of actively associating during the first of the firm service engineers furnishing such information needed to proper examination of the machine, taking necessary follow-up action. 7. Furnishing necessary reports aimed to keep the senior service engineer, track machine, and satellite depot or satellite informed of the case may be with the relevant aspect of the machine as all other records. Details asked by him and carry out the necessary action directed properly for the operation maintenance of his machine. In the event of the breakdown machine, he will be responsible for setting right on the defect with the chores, possible time, and the help of the machine and other staff. In case the machine cannot be replaced in the block, he shall be responsible for working, winding up all the resources, including backup system, and clear of the block section as early as properly ahead should be assisted by the senior service engineer with the junior engineer, permanent of the way demand of the engine and breakdown train with the service senior engineer and junior engineer, permanent way if required without undue delay. The duties of the senior service engineer, junior engineer, MCM, and the track machinist is control set up at the headquarters zonal management division of the duties above staff control officer are given in chapter 11. Alright, duties of master craftsman and the track machine maintainers, machine maintainers and master craftsmen attached with the machine, assisted with the senior service engineer, track maintenance, track machine operation maintenance, track machine with the 3 main functions are 1 and 10 daily, weekly maintenance schedule for the machine with a record of the compliance logbook. For 10 with the service trackers with the service engineers. 10 with the break-in and repair of the machine and the block with the urgency. 2 for 3, keep the study of the various tools with the plans according to the necessary. 2 to 10 with the repairs ensure for the working condition. 4 to 10 with the repairs machine with the which include the IOH, OPOH, together with the supervised machine assistants, the other staff with attending with the maintenance or repair. Remain vigilant during the movement of working with the machine and form with the consider the senior service engineer, junior engineer, train machines over any abnormalities. Ensure the safety of the machine with the safety of working on the machine so the company machine with during the shift on the directive with the, especially with the 228 machine with the PQRS portals. Any of the work assignment with the senior serve the junior engineer with the track maintenance machines. Your master craftsman and the track machine machinists. Posting depot works or other than machines will perform duties assigned with the control official. The duties of the machine assistants with the senior service junior engineer and junior engineer track machines, and the track machinists in performing these functions for their main duties would be as follows. We keep all the machines in neat and clean condition, replace with the survival of the tamping tools directed with the senior for the junior engineer and track machine machinist. Recouple the HSD oil as required as assist the track machinist for carrying out daily other specified scheduled maintenance of the track machine, including the IOH and POH, transportation of the materials, spray over the consumable over the depots, over the maintenance, vice versa. 6. Bring all necessary tool plans for the coach for the machine with the otherwise specified for the track machine for the or machine in charge. Development vigilantly during with the machine with the promptly with the machine in charge regarding the obstruction track with the visa of the senior SEJ level cross bridging juggled fish plate with the etc. for the bulge of the rail pigs and such for the share the senior engineer. Junior engineer track maintenance to make necessary preventive action. 8. Warn for abnormally sound bursting of the hose, breaking and assembly, etc. for the machine, trouble with the machine, trouble with the thing with the failure of the tour as possible, to extend the help during the service. Check by a service engineer, ensure the safety itself with the colleagues during the block. Perform duty, watchman, machine, coach, if required, accompanying machines during shift directly. Especially 228 machine with the PQRS portals. At the end of the day, the facility is safe, proper stabilizing machine and sliding into the duties of the track machine officer of the senior service or engineer, junior engineer, track machinist, or track machinist, machine assistants posted in the depot work areas of the machines will perform duties assigned with the controlling officials. Alright, duty assistant divisional engineer, AD and open line. He shall perform the following duties regarding the track machine working in the section. He shall deliver the prerequisites that include the various track machines that specified with the manual coupled applied with well in advance of the deployment of the machine strap with the requirement of the tamping more of the normal tamping cycle that should be analyzed with the 2 with the remedial action, take with the restore with the normal cycle. 3. He shall make the arrangement of the pre-block during the block with the post-block activities and strip with the machine with the utilize the continuous stress to plan with the program and avoid frequent shifting of the machines to determine the suitable accommodation for the machine staff that is required with the facility, water supply, power supply, resting arrangements. C. Shall periodically inspect track machines working on jurisdiction and per specified schedule. He shall arrange HSD's machine with include with the transportation consumables spare with the accessory required for the machine with the depot to the site of the work. He shall ensure adequate light arrangement of the night working of the machines is involved. He shall monitor output quality of the work done by the machines. He shall coordinate with the Department of the Traffic OHE and the SANT and field with the facilitate machine work. 11. Eventually, with the breakdown of the machine, you shall take possible action clear with the block signal section expeditiously once and know that the machine cannot be repaired in block. 112. The senior service engineer for the junior engineer of the permanent way to deploy with the machine. He shall be in charge of the supervision work over the track maintenance. Track machine with the perform the following duties. Ensure the prerequisite for the introduction of various track machine with the specified with the RTM. Indian Railway track maintenance machine comply with the well in advance for the deployment of the machine like connection. Like collection of site detail with a computation of the value to be fed for the design mode work. Should be responsible for the pre-block operation over the machine operation, the post-block operation detail of the various machines. During working with the track machine, with the check with the parameters of the condition of the track, with attending with the shortcomings, ensure with the track with the parameters are well with the tolerance. Shall ensure the track is free with the obstruction infringements of the safety procedure past the traffic before clearing the line as required with the stipulated. He shall have the track the suitable speed restriction based on the condition of the track of the machine with the working. He shall be responsible for all necessary caution and order of the machine work. 4. Transportation of the tamping tool, the recondition, the bringing back of the reconditioned tamping tool with the responsible. Simply, he will be responsible for the temporary storage of the timely arrangement with the transportation, diesel oil, lube oil, hydraulic oil, other consumables that the deposit depots varies for the machine working in his jurisdiction. 5. In the case of the quality of the work done with the machine is not satisfactory, he shall investigate, take suitable remedial measures and condition with the senior service engineer and the junior engineer of the track machines. He is responsible for the protection site work of the joining the track, whatever the necessary for the responsible for arranging the adequate precaution requirement measures for the safety of the staff of the working on the machine with a block setting with an against danger for the train with the joining line should arrange with the track protection provide with a lookout over the men's safety at the site. 7. He is responsible to ensure the machine with the stable with suitable sighting with the the stations to minimize the ideal run of the machine's wasted block of the hours and until the clearing of the block section. 8. He should provide assistance with the senior service engineer with the junior engineer track machine with the repairing machine winding up the expeditious clearing of the block section with the case of the failure with the track machine midsection, duly calling for the necessary assistance of a light engine breakdown, especially etc. as necessary. 9. As he shall arrange protection from the watching and stabilized machine, he also shall ensure that no sickle vehicle with a push out with the same sighting effect with the taking out of the machine to avail blocks. He shall coordinate with the other Department of Traffic, OH, and signal and traffic in the field with the facilitating work. Alright, Part B, inspection of track machines. Inspection schedule for the track machine. Official for the track machine ship the inspect with the schedule for the corner for the detailed checklist and individual schedule machines of the RDSO for the periodically in the inspection office of the supervisor. Track machine shall be given and for the inspection of the track machine. Inspection frequency, chief engineer, track machine line, assistant engineer, track machine line, Part 114, inspection shall be the open line official for the schedule of the inspection track with the machine's open line official shall be here under, and it shows, a senior, DEN and assistant director engineer shall inspect track machines as per above with the schedule of the duly covering the aspect of the addicts for the of the track works for the quality of the machine work safety inspects for the involved with intent pertaining with the welfare of the machine staff records of the program of the tamping actual variations repeated tamping speed with the restrictions etc. Competence inspection of the assistant deputy of the engineer as maybe as the assistant engineer trained machine line, senior division engineer, chief engineer of the deputy of the engineering track. Yeah, alright. 11:15 items to be inspected. The RDSO will check with the inspection each job of the track machine with available the website of the RDSO. He lists the same as given in the chapter 8 with the broad list of items to check with the inspection for the track machine as well as all the open line officials as given below. Our inspection of track machine officer as well as the open line on the per block inspection shall refer with the stabilizing side limitation and leave it 1 hour before the block time. They shall check with the following staff: community accommodation and facility, infrastructure facility like sidings, rest house, water supply, electrical connection, etc. Knowledge of safety rules, track machine maintenance, master craftsmen's, senior service engineers, and machine assistants. Work in emergency backup system, clearing block in case of the machine failure, adequate safety shift, working with a block section against danger of the incoming train of the adjacent lines. Staff attendance, trafficking with the competency for the certificate of the route learning, medical fitness, staff with an issue with the field staff with the record of the machine failure, with the general health of the machine, availability of the codes and manuals, latest correction slip, the availability of safety items, equipment of best, prescriptive norms, availability and expiring dates of the detonators, fire extinguishers, first aid box, availability machine, deployment plan, actual deployment of a visa plan, working with a braking system. During block work, inspection officials shall be inspect with the working with a machine safety precaution practice with the observer during the traffic blocks, addition with the attention for the prerequisite work to be done during the post and machine working activities. Those shall record the result of the inspection assurance complying with a reasonable time and immediately with the action initiated with the respective areas with the condition of the machine and the track areas that needs to the quick attention report shall be submitted with the next highest authority at the end of every month with the indicating the inspection carried out with the sufficient note of the remedial taken. See machine specific items to be checked with a different type of machine, track machine offices as well, but the open line officials are listed below the tamper. As we track data required for the selected mode of working, the mode of the working, and it's appropriate with the addition of the tamper tool, the tamper parameter, tamping depth, the squeeze time, squeezing pressure, vibration pressure, general lift, the ramp in, ramp out, sleeve, the verse line, values, service engineering, etc., tampering quality. Your BCM condition of cutting chain and the finger of the condition screen with the pre-survey for the removal of the obstruction, quality of screening, ballast, distribution, waste covering, safety switch operation, width, the depth of the cutting over the ballast, profile, safety precaution, closing for the work. Your TRT condition of the BFR, gantry rail, bridge rails, the leaper picking over the laying over the NTO and OT conveyor, sleeper spacing system index wheel, BMR, BRM function of all system dressing distribution over the ballast, condition of the broom conveyor belt, resume the draft on different plows, working the hopper system where provided, because this quality of the profiling needed. Your BCM condition of the cutting chain with the cap, condition of the screen width, operating waste for the conveyor, safety switch quality of the screen TLE, proper laying, auxiliary track and support system working mode with the working speed with the machine condition of the BRNs, PCCM function with the motorized trolley arrangement, wooden block supports with the collar, proper hooking with the turnout condition, hooks and pins, quality of alignment of the machine, UTV and RBMV, condition with the crane and its attachment, lifting materials available in all specified material tools and plans of their condition of the BRMS. RGM condition with the grindstone, spark arrestor, check with the track data of the GDMS format, upload in the machine, particularly the direction of the curve, grinding inputs, pattern, input system measurement, identify the test location wherever the existing civic water wagon discharge system, grinding quality improvements of the GQI, cleaning of the machine, iron dust, and proper disposal with precaution, location, obstruction, lag points, and crossing curve with the check rail, etc. Part 10, DTS, frequency, vibration, static load, working mode, working speed, track parameter, after work, precautions taken on bridge and tunnels, etc. 2, inspection official for the track machine, official for the additional on the track machine, official shall carry over the inspection per laid down and schedule for the according with the detailed check of the list issued by the RDSO. For important additional items of the check with the given below for the guidance, general detail of the work done by the PHO and IHO. Adherence to the maintenance schedule of the machine condition, the camping and couch, the available, the critical spare, the consumable, functional safety devices, control unit measuring unit, the general cleanliness for the machine, tightness for the Dunson bolt, the moving the vibration item, the availability tools and plans, follow-up actions for the engineer reports, availability of the proper maintaining records, logbook, history book, periodic maintenance schedule, critical spare part list, failure register, follow-up action with the service engineer's report. Of the equipment and maintenance manuals, engine, general condition of the engine, respect for the starting problem, engine hours, 12% of the pre-OH, last attention given the smoke condition, belt condition, tension, RPM, oil pressure, oil temperature, oil leakage, if any. Hydraulic system measure for the hydraulic pressure for the various unit with the maximum hydraulic temperature condition for the hydraulic cooler, quality of fitment over the hose and assembly, leakage quality of the hydraulic oil, level of the hydraulic oil, etc. 9, pneumatic system, air pressure and leakage, working with water separator function, air, oil, air dryer function, serious time function, brakes, brake shoe gap, electrical, electronics, condition, battery condition, self-start with the alternator condition, transducers, all gauge lights, lights and hooters, safety devices like limited switches, etc., cable code and thermal code in conjunction box. Oil and water level to oil engine, oil, diesel, transmission, gearbox over the gears, oil, axle, gear, oil, tool, water, in radiator, etc. filters, placement, cleaning of the air filters, dryer filters, diesel filters, hydraulic filters, lube oil filters as per schedule, lubrication, oil and greasing, adequacy, oil and greasing for all ball, socket joints, move the parts and the carbon shaft as per possible. Or specific items seen in different machines following items specified with the machine should be checked with addition mentioned in paragraph 114 1C1 above. Tamper condition, all rail clamps, hooks and trolleys, tampering, banking, tools, tailsing system, lining system and safety, and working with the ALC laser GVA system, BCM, coordinated with the cutter bar screen, wire plates, cutting, connecting, corner rollers, turret, gear, plow, conveyor belts, etc. TRT condition, working conveyor beds, sled, dynamic plow, clamping, guiding, rollers, etc. BRM, condition, wear plates, different plows in, rail top clearing, rubber elements, etc. SBCM, condition, conveyor belts, tooth bucket, and ditch wheeler, etc. TLE, condition, sleeper gripper, rail clamps, sliding frames, simplex, duplex chains, etc. PCM, condition clamps, sliding frames, crawler, trolleys, etc. UTV, RBMV, condition outrigger and lifting capacity of the crane. 9, RGM, grinding modules, tilting system, dust collection system, working on all grinding modes, automatic system, operational length, with grindstone working on the front of the rear of the camera function, and observation, obstruction detection system, working up the buggy, up and down system as it looks. DTS roller clamping condition, working with vibration unit, preloading unit. R3, inspection official for the open line additional items. The open line official shall for the following items addition with those listed above. The output of the machine visibilities of the traffic work. Tamper should be checked with the ramp, tamping charts, and recheck reason and suggest the remedy of the increase of the tamping site with the BCM shall ensure tip of the cutting judicious mixing of the lifting with the exacerbation based on advanced survey of the proposed L section. D, check with the benchmark reference mark for the obligatory points. Chapter 2, tamping machine and machine Chapter 2, tamping machine and dynamic track stabilizer.